Well, Shaka, if you got to hear that, definitely a very glowing tribute to the contributions that Mr. Jerry Rawlings made to the Ghana that we know today. Now, we wanted to take it over from there. Let's listen to your interview with the former President, Jerry Rawlings. Shaka, take it away.
Yes, thank you very much, Vincent. And of course, we are back here at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, which of course was the site where the independence of the Gold Coast, which became Ghana, of course, was declared by then Prime Minister Kwame Nkrumah. Let me come to the man, of course, who dominated Ghanaian politics for about 20 years and probably still does, really, because you are called Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, retired but certainly not tired. When are you going to get tired, Jerry?
I have to be very honest with you. I was hoping after this very last election in 2008, I could really take a few steps back, close to what you might call retirement. But unfortunately, this has not been the case, because it appears all we've done is to plug Kufuor out of office, take it or leave it. The corrupt machinery that was nurtured in his time under the Tony Blair and Bush unipolar world that created autocratic regimes in some pockets of Africa is still very much intact.
Let's come to that point.
So in effect, we will come to it. In effect, what we've ended up doing is that as they remain in office, they are rather consolidating instead of rather being on the defensive for some of the ills and the corrupt activities that took place in their time.
Now, you know as well as I do that U.S. President Barack Obama is landing at Kotoka International Airport tonight.
Yes.
How significant is this trip? This seems to be the first time, frankly, in recent, I think, American history, that I'm seeing a president coming to Africa and only going to one specific country. How huge is this for Ghana?
It's not only huge for Ghana in my observation, but I'll say for those who would want to see, you know, the culture of democracy restored in Africa, in other pockets of the world. And in this respect, Ghana, over the last, let me see, 10 plus an additional 8 years, but most especially under the last 8 years, has been portrayed as a shining example of a democratic regime, good governance, rule of law, etc. So naturally, it's important for the Western countries under the unipolar, I don't know whether to say the grip or leadership of Tony Blair and Bush, and the Western media to get hold of Ghana and portray her and keep whitewashing her image, using her as an example for the rest of Africa. So in effect, Ghana has been portrayed to the world, and to some extent it's very true. But mind you, electoral processes, electoral victories do not always necessarily correspond to democratic rule and good governance.
But let's face it, you have really had free and fair elections.
I know, that's part of the Western media's whatever it is. However, let me say that in terms of President Obama's coming to Ghana as an acknowledgement of the manner in which Ghana has been portrayed, let's partially acknowledge it. One, in the sense that Obama has emerged as an indictment. Not only is he a brilliant, ethical, moralistic, and with a high degree of respect around the world. He came in as an epitome of America's desire for a change.
Now, Jerry,
America is not the only one who was desiring for a change, but the world that suffered a backslide of the culture of democracy is also looking for a move ahead.
Now, Jerry, we're looking for. Time is not our best ally. Let me come to you again with Barack Obama.
Okay.
I know that you're going to be having breakfast with him tomorrow morning.
Yes.
What do you intend to say to him in as far as the democratization process of your country is concerned?
I will say to him, congratulations, Mr. President. Mr. President, stay the course, but take a deeper look at the Ghana situation.
Any particular reason why Ghanaians are fond of Barack Obama? Because
Shaka?
because people will tell you that, you know, his father came from Kenya.
No.
Shaka, if
I
you
don't
can
think
hear,
it's just because
Shaka,
his
can
father
you
comes
hear
from
us here in
Kenya.
the studio?
The man, almost like Mandela,
Shaka
is a
Ssali.
reflection
Yes.
of the kind
I'm
of
sorry,
political,
I
moralistic
don't want to
purity
use your words. We have the
world
dubious
was
position
craving
right now of
for.
asking you to just hold the conversation for a minute.
Can you
we
understand
have to take
me?
a
Did
break.
you hear me?
Just
I'll
hold-
repeat it.
Let's hold the conversation for a
Right.
while. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Very sorry about that. Very interesting. But we'll be right back with you shortly after this break to carry on the conversation with you and former Ghanaian President there, Mr. Jerry Rawlings.
And be sure to watch VOA's complete coverage of President Obama's speech in Ghana Saturday. Beginning at 12 hours UTC, Shaka Ssali will be part of our coverage team, along with my In Focus co-host Ndemia Kimwakalele.
And you can also follow the story on voanews.com.